10 best physiques on the current WWE women's roster. Not only are they talented, but these WWE women's wrestlers look like larger-than-life superstars because of their incredible physiques. Gone are the days of WWE employing female wrestlers solely for their bodies and looks, which led to the roster being full of individuals who did not necessarily look like professional wrestlers. In modern-day WWE, the company is now filled to the brim with talent who look hard as nails and have physiques to die for. When it comes to the very best physiques on the women's roster, this doesn't always necessarily mean those with the biggest muscle mass, but often those who are the most toned, muscular, and pound for pound, the strongest in the company. The following individuals are names who you look at and think, they look like a legit star. 10. Kiana James's physique led to her main roster call-up. James is one of the newest names on Raw. Kiana James hasn't been wrestling for too long, but she has already found herself on the WWE main roster as of the 2024 WWE Draft. Not only has she shown a natural knack of professional wrestling, but she also has one of the best physiques out of all women in WWE too. James is muscular, has big arms, and has a decent height, making her look like someone who can thrive with the best. 9. Ruka is turning heads in WWE NXT. Ruka looks like a world beater already. Ruka's career in NXT hasn't been all perfect due to a long-term injury keeping her out for a while, but both prior and after her return, she has been one of the most promising names in the entire NXT women's division. Her in-ring style is smooth with some eye-catching moves and she looks in great shape. Ruka is lean, toned, and tall, and once she nails down a gimmick that has star potential, she will become a great asset to WWE down the line. 8. New main roster call-up Tiffany Stratton's physique is impressive. Stratton is already thriving on Smackdown. Tiffany Stratton carries herself like an absolute star, and she has the right to do so considering she has a great physique, huge amounts of charisma, and natural in-ring ability, which is only getting better and better despite her still lacking in experience. Stratton has everything it takes to be the next big thing for WWE, and it is easy to imagine her winning world title gold sooner rather than later. Nile has a top physique, despite being smaller than many in WWE. Nile is toned and athletic. Nile is an example of someone where having a good physique doesn't necessarily mean you have to be huge. Nile is one of the shortest women on the whole roster, but she is absolutely ripped. Nile is pound for pound a very strong competitor, and she appears like a badass despite her current reduced presentation on the WWE main roster and limited time in the ring on television. 6. Zoe Stark is one of the most muscular wrestlers in the women's division. Stark has strength, agility, and more. Although her momentum on the main roster has slowed down, Zoe Stark has portrayed a raw ability in the ring with a mixture of speed, strength, and agility, which sets her up to be a relied-upon name on Raw and Smackdown for years to come. Stark has a strong, muscular physique which makes her look even more legit as a star. Once her mic skills have improved, she has the potential to be a future champion for sure, which is why she was likely paired with Trish Stratus initially. 5. Charlotte Flair is great in every aspect, including physique. Flair has been WWE's most successful female ever. Charlotte Flair may have been in WWE for many years with a lot of wear and tear, but her physique just seems to keep getting better and better after every return she makes to TV. Flair is leaner, more toned, and more muscular than she was in the past. Flair might have had some more agility earlier on in her career, but that is often the case as wrestlers get slightly older and adjust their style. Flair has a size advantage over many in WWE, which has made her look like even more of a world beater too, leading her to a record number of world titles and countless show stealers. 4. Raquel Rodriguez has a size advantage over the WWE roster. Rodriguez has potential to be a dominant competitor. Although her time on the main roster hasn't brought a whole load of success, Raquel Rodriguez has a physique that gives her the believability to be a dominant force when WWE decides the time is right to give her a proper push and better character. Rodriguez often flexes her back muscles to showcase just how muscular she is. In NXT, there was a big focus put on her size advantage over the rest of the roster, though upon her main roster call-up, she hasn't been treated with the same sort of respect thus far. 3. Ria Ripley is WWE's most dominant female star for a reason. Ripley's size has seen her rampage through opposition. Over the last few years, Ria Ripley has continued to improve her physique, to the point where she appears to be one of the most incredible-looking individuals on the entire WWE roster. She has just gotten bigger and bigger, which has made her appear to be a hugely dominant individual. She reigned for over a year as WWE Women's World Champion, and she did so believably, with much of this coming down to her fantastic physique. 2. Bianca Belair is one of the strongest WWE wrestlers. Belair is the most natural athlete in WWE. Not only does Bianca Belair have one of the most striking physiques in WWE, but she is also one of the strongest and most athletically gifted too. Belair has continued perfecting her ability ever since her stay in NXT, leading to her becoming a world-class talent on the main roster and a multi-time world champion. She looks like an absolute star, and her performances live up to the way she looks too. 1. Jade Cargill has arguably the best physique in WWE today. Cargill's physique got her signed by WWE. Jade Cargill might be very new to WWE and still has a ways to go in the ring, but she has the absolute best physique on the entire roster today, which is one of the main reasons why the company likely signed her. She has so much presence, looking like a superhuman with her muscles, abs, and height. Cargill is unmatched in this regard, and once she tightens up her work inside the ring, she has world champion written all over her.